So state legislators are back at work dealing with the $800 million budget gap caused by the Republican budget bill passed by Congress due to changes in tax policy. State legislators plan to make up the gap with reserve dollars, with some tax policy changes, and by cutting spending. Except they won't decide on a single spending cut now. Our Marshall Zellinger explains.
When the legislature's in session, Colorado State Capitol is often full of hot air. Today, it's just the fans blowing literal hot air around. What's not happening are any spending cuts, even though the budget is short $800 million.
Current law is that the governor can just sign an executive order and start making cuts.
Two of the bills under consideration change how the governor can use his power to unilaterally call for cuts in a budget crisis by involving the Joint Budget Committee, the JBC, of which Democratic State Senator Jeff Bridges is chair.
We have to work with the governor to make sure that what the governor is proposing to cut aligns with our values and what we would want to do.
The thing is, Democratic Governor Jared Polis is still going to dictate the cuts, but no one will confirm what at the moment.
If you go back and look at the budget, what are some of the things that the governor proposed cutting that the JBC decided to go a different direction? I think those are probably some of what will be on the table.
What could it be? The JBC received this document from Polis's budget director in February, showing possible cuts at the time involving healthcare policy, some of which did not happen.
What I'm hearing as far as the rumor mill goes, that as soon as this special session is done, that the governor is going to issue an executive order and cut Medicaid provider rates. They're saying freeze, but essentially if you freeze them and put them on pause, that's like cutting the rate.
Republican State Senator Barb Kirkmeyer has an idea that would save the state $663 million. Colorado residents with kids younger than 17 and who make less than $85,000 single or $96,000 as a couple qualify for a family-based tax credit. The tax credit is refundable, meaning if you owed the state $500 but the credit is $1,000, you get to keep the extra $500. Kirkmeyer wants the state to keep the extra. Like most Republican-only sponsored bills, she knows it doesn't have a chance.
So they like to think, Republicans, you're in the minority, you kind of suck, and we don't like you, and we don't want you to have a win. So they send it to a committee where it's sent to die.
Which is happening as we speak, I believe. If the legislature is not cutting spending, why are they in special session? One reason is to tweak a ballot issue about healthy school meals for all, because the tweak has to be made by early September for the ballot to go through properly. Then there's the closing of tax loopholes that would generate more dollars for the state. But Kyle, what was reemphasized to me today is that a loophole is when the state needs the money, but it's good tax policy when you want the people to keep it.
Sure, right? The person who benefits from the loophole doesn't like to call it a loophole.
Correct.
All right, Marshall, thank you.